Hello everyone and welcome to Mike's Surf Talk. Today we have a special surprise for you. We have a special guest star, Matt Caesar.
Hey Mike, thanks for having me.
Matt is a member of the Chicago Cubs and it was a member of the World Series team this year, and it's a great thrill to have him on. And we're going to proceed with some questions for Matt and see where we go. And I know all you surfers and bodyboarders and SUP riders are going to love talking to Matt. He's got great athleticism. He's done some of these sports, and we're going to talk a little bit about his life and how much he's done over a short period of time he's been on the surf. So Matt, great to have you again. Can we talk a little bit about your career, what you've done so far?
Yeah, sure. I'm from Cape May, New Jersey. Went to Lower Township High School, Lower Township School District. Love to represent South Jersey and Cape May County. Like you said, I went to Lower and I had 12 varsity letters, football, baseball, and track. I did all 4 years. From there, I went to Villanova University on a full scholarship, played baseball and football, where I won a national championship, was MVP of the national championship in football, Division I AA. And baseball, I won the batting title my junior year. And was also drafted by Chicago Cubs in the 5th round, and been with them since then.
Wow. So Matt's had an incredible career, and he still continues to excel athletic-wise in his sport. What do you do to stay healthy, Matt? What works for you to stay in shape for the season every year?
You know, it's tough during the season. You know, you stay up late, you play late night games, and you know, sometimes you wake up and you have a day game. You know, being in Chicago, it's pretty much half and half. So I try and eat healthy. You know, I have an amazing wife who cooks dinner every night, so we have, and we both eat healthy, you know, so we always have good leftovers. You know, obviously Chicago takes care of us with food. The clubhouse is awesome. So, you know, for me, I just try and limit the carbs at night just so, you know, I don't put on weight, but, you know, for most part, we try and stay healthy.
So we'll get you on that juice program that I'm on. I'll give you the notes on that. You can
cool.
Carry that Vitamix around with you. Anyway, Matt's done some pretty incredible things besides what he's done athletic-wise. If you could tell us a little bit about what you're doing and what you're giving back to the community, it's just an incredible story.
Yeah, thanks. So Coach Talley, who's been running his Bone Marrow Foundation, and if you guys don't know who Coach Talley is, he's the head football coach at Villanova. He's been running a foundation for 25 years now, giving back to be the match bone marrow. So as a freshman, you come in and you round as many people up as you can for them to test for this bone marrow drive. It's a simple cheek swab. It's all corners of your mouth, and you're pretty much got to sign some paperwork and you're done. And it's a 1 in 80,000 chance to be a match. So I did it obviously after rounding everybody up my freshman year. And my junior year, I was called upon to do so. And after the cheek swab, you got to do a blood draw, or kind of a sample of blood, so you can match up with the little girl from there. And I was a perfect match with the little girl. So my junior year, I donated bone marrow to a little girl who was 18 months old from the Ukraine. So it was pretty cool.
I know that bone marrow transplant it takes a lot out of the person that gives the bone marrow too. So I know your career was somewhat in jeopardy at the time because you were playing baseball at the time?
Yeah. So it was it actually happened junior year of baseball season. So I missed 3 weeks of baseball season, and you know, just they treat it like mono because it enlarges your spleen. Whatever medicine you take enlarges your spleen. So you know, they don't want you to take a chance on rupturing your spleen. So they kind of sit you out for 3 to 4 weeks, and you know, that's what I did, and came back healthy and was fine.
That's an incredible story, Matt, and I know all the viewers are going to love it, and I know the Chicago Cubs got to be proud of you too, and your wife Natalie. But let's just talk a little bit about the fundraiser you're doing too, coming up this Friday. If you could kind of
yeah. So this is a shirt we have thanks to Kona. They donated these shirts, design, and they're going to do all the proceeds go to Andy Talley Bone Marrow Foundation, as well as 2 local community members that are battling cancer. So this event is January 27th at the Cape May Convention Center. The support we got locally, South Jersey, Cape May County has been tremendous. Anything we need, people are helping. You know, Kona Sports here, Washington Inn, there's been, you know, is catering the event so that we have great support. It's been really tremendous, and I think we're going to raise a lot of money for these local community members in the foundation.
Yeah, we're really glad to be a part of it. And I want to know, is this the bat that you've been passing around the clubhouse?
I think it could be. It's one of them, probably.
Well, I don't know if any of you are familiar with the bat story, but I guess some of the top hitters were in a slump, and they took Matt's bat, and here he goes, man.
Hey,
they broke out of
I
that.
was
Can you
just
tell us about that a little bit?
Yeah, trying to find a way to get into games, and
Right.
if I wasn't on the roster, I was trying to contribute otherwise. So it was really fun, man. It was a great time to be a part of that team, and I was there all year. It was awesome to be a part of and help those guys win. It was amazing to be a part of it at the end too.
So we're all excited to be part of this at Kona. It's been an incredible experience, really getting to know Matt. He's a guy, he's a great guy. He has a wonderful wife, and he's just, the community has got to be totally over the moon with having somebody like him grow up here and get on the national stage. And we wish him all the best in his career, and we want to get him out surfing and doing some SUP stuff, when he has the off season. I know it's cold in the off season, but we're going to get him out there, and we're going to get some pictures of him paddleboarding, and he's going to be able to do it all.
Yeah, we had that storm. I was joking with your son that with the wind, it'd probably blow me to Europe if I got on a board out there now.
Yeah,
so
right.
We'll try and stay away from that, and maybe next year we'll get at it, and you can teach me some stuff.
So thanks a lot for coming on, Matt.
Oh, no problem.
And we want everybody to support this fundraiser on Friday, and when Matt continues to keep this bone marrow transplant alive and going, and making people happy, and helping people around the world, and he's touched a lot of people. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll get back to you next week with Mike's Surf Talk. It's really been an incredible time talking to you, and good luck in the future.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. Do you want to do questions?
There's
Anyone want to ask Matt any questions? Hi.
You want to know how's the weather in Wildwood? From Jeff Cassell.
The weather in Wildwood, the flood horns were blowing this morning at like 4 a.m., but I mean, as far as there, we're in Wildwood Crest, we're by the beach, so we took a look there yesterday, and it was, for me, as a non-surfer, it was rough out there.
We had yesterday there were some really big waves here. It's calmed down now. We have offshore. Guys have been texting me, a few guys out, I know, over in Cape May, and, the water's still very cold, and the air's cold, but everybody's at Poverty Beach, there's a couple guys out.
So you think today's
Today would be the
cleaner?
best. Yeah, today's clean. We got the offshore wind. You could surf. We're going to go down and check it this afternoon. And it was a pretty heavy storm, but at least it passed and didn't last a lot through too many high tides.
Where can you give your locations away, or do surfers have specific spots they go to?
It's pretty much a public knowledge. I mean, people surf in North Wildwood. They surf in Ocean City, Stone Harbor. We have a place down by the inlet where we surf at Cold Springs Inlet. Cape May, there's Poverty Beach. There's Stegers, there's the Cove. You all familiar with that?
Yeah.
And everybody pretty much knows the spots today. Nothing's a secret with the surf camps.
Right. Like my dad's a big fisherman, so he has the specific spots.
Yeah.
We'll run up to Long Beach Island to go fishing. I didn't know if it's like, hey, as a surfer, we know those waves are going to be great at that spot at that time.
That is true. Like for Cape May, if there's a northeast wind, the beach at Cape May turns around. So what happens is it's offshore. And everybody from all parts of New Jersey come rushing to Cape May to surf, which would have been yesterday. Today they're waiting for it's cleaned up today because we have the wind from the land, a northwest wind, offshore wind. It's cleaned up, so most of the spots in New Jersey will probably be fire in the next 2 days if the storm kind of just hangs out and moves off. But it's pretty cold. You got to be really prepared to surf in this kind of weather.
And you have to be experienced to surf in this weather, right?
Yeah, you have to be experienced. You're wearing a heavy wetsuit, a very heavy wetsuit, especially this time of year. You have to have boots and gloves and a hood, and it's...
And where do you get that stuff around here?
We got it right here. I mean, we surf.
Kona.
That's the big thing, the boots right now.
Kona's got all this stuff.
Guys are buying boots, they're buying gloves, and they're going out, and we're going to get you out there too, man.
Yeah. I got to get a little bit more experience.
We got to make sure you're in shape for spring training. Now, that's the key. You're ready to go and be the star this year.
I have a question if I play tennis.
From the audience, from Bell. She wants to know if you play tennis.
Seabell, I don't play tennis, but Kona owners are big into tennis. They dominate the tennis courts around here.
Not me so much.
You have a
But-
question from Ellie. She wants to know how long you've been playing baseball for.
How long I've been playing baseball for? I've been playing baseball since about 5 years old, starting T-ball. I go from T-ball to minor league, to little league, to junior league, to middle school, then high school, now college, minor leagues into pros, now major leagues. There's a lot of, it's a big process, it's a long process to get to.
Who do you want to win the Super Bowl?
I want the Patriots to win the Super Bowl. Sorry, guys. I'm a big Tom Brady fan. And actually, we have a Villanova graduate who's a coach, Raven Trone. And I want him to win. Special teams coach, Raven Trone.
Do you play basketball?
I don't play basketball. I can shoot, though. Can't dribble.
Any other questions?
You want to talk about anything?
So,
What else?
yeah, so we're
What,
gonna, I guess,
another question. What size board if Matt surf? What would he ride? Mike, maybe you can give him some
So
tips
Matt,
on.
yeah, well, Matt being a beginner, but he's truly a good athlete. We know he's going to have no problem paddling. He's told me already he's an excellent swimmer. I think probably a fun board would be good for him, something with a little width, that would float him. You don't want to get him on a high performance board, but a fun board that would about 7.6 or 7.8, easy to paddle, easy to catch a wave. Or he could even start out with a longboard. That would be the first two boards. But I know it wouldn't take him long to be doing bottom turns and ripping, with the right board. But probably like a fun board would be perfect for him.
So, what do you surf with?
Well, now that I'm
Are you ripping?
No, I don't rip anymore. Once you reach 30, it's hard to rip, I think.
Yeah.
But I get out there. I can still surf pretty well. I've been surfing since 1964, which is like a lot of years.
So longboards are easiest to maneuver, to control?
Yeah, I started out on a longboard in 1964, and then in 1970, the shortboard revolution came upon it, and people started bringing the boards down. And now the surfers are riding like a real high performance board, like this board here, a high performance board.
Now,
You
guys,
probably couldn't surf on this board right away. This
So-
would be something.
so guys that are 6 foot can surf on this board.
Yeah, and even guys that are bigger that know how to surf and are used to riding short boards. Most of the guys are in their 20s and 30s that surf short boards. And, the boards today you can continue to surf, hopefully I can continue to surf like we talked about into my 70s. If I stay healthy and, have the right board and be able to paddle. And, you got to be able to handle yourself in that water though. Because the ocean is dangerous, you have to respect it. You really have to respect it because anything can happen, let's put it that way. But these guys, they ride these giant waves. They're real sportsmen too, and it's experience. It takes experience, and you need to be able to surf bigger waves as you go along.
Well, how do you go from longboard to shortboard? Just you.
Well,
Like why is a longboard harder or easier than a shortboard? You need more control.
well, the longboard is going to give you more flotation.
Gotcha.
And width, and it's stability. A longer board is wider, and it's easier to paddle, and it's easier to get up because you have more surface area. A shorter board is going to be, you're going to sink in your paddle in it, and it's going to be, you have to know how to surf really to surf a short board unless you're very little. If you're a bigger guy like you need a board that's going to float you. It's important whether it's a short board or a long board. It's good to have a board that floats you, and it's easy to paddle.
Any more?
What have you been working on this off season?
What have I been working on this off season? I work on everything. I get up at 5, go to the gym. I'm at the gym for about an hour and a half, and then Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I hit with, his name is Kevin Wilson. He's a coach from Philadelphia. I've been hit with him for 5 years now. So as far as working on stuff, always trying to get better, always trying to stay healthy, and always trying to get stronger and faster.
What other sport do you love?
Other sport that I love football.
Do you play golf?
I can hack it around a little bit.
What was your longest hit streak?
My longest hit streak, I think, is when I broke into the minor leagues. I had a 23-game hit streak.
Who was your favorite baseball player growing up?
My favorite baseball player growing up was Ken Griffey Jr.
Do you use the same bat since the playoffs?
The same bat since the playoff. No, I got Rizzo to sign it, and I'm keeping that.
How is Anastasia?
Anastasia is doing well. She's 6 years old now, and she's doing good.
Favorite restaurant in Chicago?
Favorite restaurant in Chicago is Italian RPM. RPM Italian. Here now, let me see it. Someone asked, what's the weight of your bat?
Yeah, what is the
Guys, say hi to Mike.
Yeah, what is the size of your bat too, Matt? Inch-wise, what do you use exactly?
So I use a 33 and a half, 30 and a half for bat.
That's the weight.
And you guys know that's why Javi Baez show, I see him. Javi's on here. So for Rizzo, he kind of went down to a lighter bat in the playoffs, and that's what
Right.
was able to help him.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the whole batting thing is definitely pretty technical.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I can only
Yeah,
imagine.
because the heavier the
especially
bat,
your
the
level.
slower you are. Yeah,
Right.
the lighter the bat, the faster you are.
Do you have a hitting instructor? with the
Yeah,
Cubs?
yeah. With the Cubs, we have two hitting coaches. One is the head hitting coach, John Maley. The other one is Eric Hinsky. But I have a guy that comes down from Philly that works with me here, Kevin Wilson.
So they totally like analyze your swing and
Yeah, they do.
your technique.
Right now, it's more maintenance than anything,
Right.
because I kind of found my swing.
Okay.
So it's more of stuff that I do every day to keep the swing.
So are you expecting to have a good season this season coming up?
I hope so. Yeah, that's the
we're
plan.
all- We're all excited down here in Calumet County for you.
Yeah, thank you.
And, you're going to go on to great things.
Appreciate it. See you guys.
See you guys. We had a great time here.